In 1986, I made 4 of these rocking horses, a design from Wood Magazine. When I made the first ones, I did all the work on the bandsaw, but this time I want to use my CNC. Now it's time to find some wood. The reason I chose this design initially is it used a 1x12 by 8 feet and a 1x4. Nice and simple, and a few dowels. Now, to break down the 8-foot 1x12, I cut it in half. Then, we add a 15-degree angle to the edges of the 1x12. Well, one edge of the 1x12, and both edges of the 1x4, because the legs splay at a 15-degree angle. I love watching the CNC. You need to make sure you mount the board properly, because the 15-degree angle is closest to the front. And that's where it needs to be. You can see that I used the full width of the 1x12 to maximize the size of the rockers. Now that I had my 2 boards cut, I need to use a flush trim bit to cut the bridges and release the parts from the board. Now we need to glue the 2 halves of the head together, a quick sanding to get the glue to stick better, and then gluing and clamping. Just put a 1/4-inch round over bit on both sides of the rocker. This will make it rock nice and smooth and be better quality. Now, my favorite, sanding. I paid special attention to the rockers to make sure to get them smooth. Now I use the random orbit sander with 150 and 220 grit to hit the rest. Now we need to do some assembly. First, we need to put the seat board on each of the rockers. You can see I cut a little wedge at 15 degrees to help me align my drill bit. Now we need to screw the seat board to the first rocker. I clamp the rocker down and then use this surface of the workbench to do the alignment. I said it before, work smarter, not harder. Now we need to add the inside support piece. Really happy with the rocking action. I'm glad I spent so much time getting it right. So now it's time to drill the holes through the rocker for the foot pegs. Now it's time to mount the head. Now we want to mount the handle. This little rocking horse is looking good. I'm very happy.